I'm ready to play football. I don't know about you guys, but I'm ready to play soccer. Man, watching those highlights, listening to everybody cheer, I got chills going through my body right now. And we had a chance to play in the stadium today, and I'm ready to go. It's about that time. I'm excited. And I'm glad all these guys got their shots in, you know. I think they forgot I was talking last. You know, first let me say what a blessing it is for me in my life to be in the position that I'm at, to be the quarterback at such a great university at BYU. And the amazing, amazing experiences that I've had and opportunities that I've had in my life to follow guys like Reno Mahe and Coach Doman and to play with guys like Austin, it is unbelievable. And to have the relationships that we have. You know, Austin just moved in next door. We're next door neighbors now. So he lives across the street, and you know, we sit in priesthood meetings together and everything. So it's kind of neat, and we've become close with him and his wife Brooke, and like Coach Doman and Reno, we have a very special relationship. Although I think Reno has more faith than Austin, because your blessings are based on faith. So I admire your faith, Reno. But you know, it's funny. Actually, the first game of my college career, the first game Austin back from his mission, we're sitting in the hotel room, and he asked me to give him a blessing, and it took me back, because in that kind of a setting, a football setting, already having an opportunity to play at ASU was something that almost was never even talked about. And at that moment is when I realized that not only was Austin Collie a special guy and a different guy, but the program was different. And I had a great opportunity to come to BYU when Coach Mendenhall had turned things around. And again, about Austin is, you know, he's a hard worker, and he's done a lot of good things for me and for himself. And I remember when he first got back off his mission, I think he'd gone on a little family vacation for a week, and called me and said, "Hey, I get back Sunday night, Monday morning, we need to throw." And times like that during the summer where I'd get a call at 10 o'clock at night and said, "Hey, I don't think we got better today, we need to go throw. Let's call Tom and see if he can open up the IPF, and let's go get better." And you know, it's been fun to have relationships like that, and a guy like Austin as my best friend, and living next door now, so it's a good deal. But in high school and all my life as I've grown up playing football, it's only been about football. And like Coach Doman expressed, it's an amazing game, and a game that I have a lot of passion about, and a game that I love playing, and that I played since I was a young boy. And always was a perfectionist in football, and wanted to do things right and have things, you know, as a quarterback you can kind of manage everything, and you want everything to be perfect. Out of high school I went to Arizona State, and you walk into Arizona State Stadium, and instead of seeing Lavelle Edwards and Ty Detmer and Steve Young, you see my uncle Danny White and my grandpa Wizard White. It was a dream of mine to play at ASU, and so that's where I went. After a semester at ASU, I went on my mission, and when I returned back from my mission, I realized that there was something missing, and I didn't feel like ASU could give me everything that I needed to be not only a good football player, to be a good person. And so I called up Coach Tidwell and said, "Hey, Coach Tidwell, you know, I'm interested in BYU, and I want to know if I could come out and visit a little bit." And he says, "Yeah, I know, I've been expecting your call." And that was kind of weird. I said, "Well, good, can I come out?" So I came out on a visit to BYU, and was sitting there at a fireside before the game, when they just started doing the fireside, and the two captains spoke. John Beck and Cameron Jensen spoke. And then after that, a bunch of guys on the team got up and sang a musical number. And to be honest with you, at that fireside is when I decided to come to BYU, because I knew there was no other place in the nation that could offer me what BYU had to offer. And I remember Coach Mendenhall and Coach Tidwell coming to my house and sitting down in my house. And, you know, I had all these things I wanted to tell them. I was working hard, you know. I weighed this much, I'm this fast, I'm throwing a lot, I feel good. Sat down with them for about an hour, and for the first 59 minutes, there was nothing about football. It was everything about how you doing in your life, how's your family, do you have a church calling, how you doing in school, And it blew me away to think that the head coach would come into my house and not ask me a single question about football until the last few minutes. And he just kind of asked a couple questions, said, "Good, we're excited to have you." And to have the opportunity to play for a man like that and be a part of a program like that is where I wanted to be. And then I met Coach Doman, and who, by the way, looks great tonight. By the way. I trimmed him up nice. I think he looks pretty good. So, you know, for the first month that I knew Coach Doman, I almost kind of felt bad for him. Because, and I kind of still do in a way, because anything that he's ever challenged me in, whether it be pool or throwing the football or golf or see if I can get 20 touchdowns and by the end of fall camp, he's lost. And yeah, it is true. And the poor guy, have you ever played golf with a guy who just swings out of his shoes, who literally comes off the ground when he swings? I have a great opportunity to have a relationship with a coach, Coach Doman, that is different from, I think, than any other quarterback coach and quarterback relationship in the nation. That guy has a passion, and a passion for life, a passion for football, but a passion to succeed in everything that he does, and it's rubbing off on me. And I know that he wants me to be the best. He wants me to not only be the best quarterback in the nation, he wants me to be the best person that I can be, the best husband that I can be, and all-around best person that I can be. And to have the opportunity to play for a guy like that is unbelievable. And so give Coach Doman a hand real quick. And I know he's got a big head, I know we're giving him a lot of praise and stuff tonight, but I wouldn't be in the program, wouldn't be where it's at right now without Coach Doman. And he talked about a little bit about tradition and spirit and honor and the things that are most important to the program today. And he talked a little bit about that tradition quiz that we had between the offense and the defense. And I remember when Coach Mendenhall called me up to give my turn. You know, growing up in age, I didn't know a lot about the tradition. You know, I said, I do know one thing. I know when we won the national championship. I know that one for sure. So any other question, I'm done, but I hope he gives me that one. So I'm sitting there waiting for the question to pop up on the board, and guess whose question it was? And I went blank. And I just stumbled. And I got nervous, and Kellen Fowler answered it before me, and Coach Doman gave me a lot of crap for that afterwards. But the tradition at BYU I'm learning and still learning is unlike anywhere else. And to have players and coaches that represent a wonderful institution and a game, but also a faith, is unbelievable. And to have the opportunity as a quarterback to represent all those things is a big responsibility. I've had to grow up fast, but is unbelievable. And again, has been a truly blessing in my life. And to be part of this is, I'm lost for words. And for this tonight, to have you guys here supporting what we're doing, and to have already sold 53,000 season tickets, highest ever, and to have what we got going right now is a special thing. And I just want to thank you guys for your support. Thank you for being here tonight. Who was here last year? If I raise a hand. Awesome. Last year I made a promise, and I broke that promise. I promised you that at the end of the Utah game I'd take a knee. And I didn't take a knee at the end of the Utah game. They told me to keep it a little bit more close, so I had to do it that way. But hopefully I can fulfill that promise this year. And hopefully that we can take this team to the next level and continue to do great things. And with your support and your help, I think we can do that. So thank you so much. Go Cougars.